Oh, okay. So left off in the Scions. Right, okay. Speak with Tartaru. Okay. Hello and welcome back. So we are off to speak with Tartaru. And hopefully level up. It looks like we are just a sliver off of 35. Which means that we finally stop being a conjurer and start becoming a white mage. Hello, Tachu. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services. The Elder Seedseer Kan-i Senna will deliver her address at Mikedo's Amphitheatre. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organisational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Uldar, where Flame General Roban Oldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumoured there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Liminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Melvib Blofswin? I need to go back and rewatch that to know how to pronounce it. Will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favour of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Alright, I will be doing it in order. So, first up is Gridania. I don't actually think there's a way to get there from here, so teleport it shall be. Oh, okay, there we go.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Well then.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysin. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals! If you'll permit me, Alphinaud. And my sister, Alisae, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Oh, I am so glad they changed his voice actor. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal Ramma? The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Well, perhaps we'll find out if the Elder Seedseer's words fell on fertile ground. Okay, so it looks like that one was completed. Royal Promenade in Uldar. So we will go to the airship landing and make our way to Uldar.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Rauban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you, line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raubon?
Oh my god, she's so tiny.
People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Yeah, it's almost like we're, you know, going to the surfaces. The Eldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Eldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Well, though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. You can probably say all of this without that little smug smile. Which brings me to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. And now to Limsa. Oh, looks like there's quite a few people in cutscene over here. Wow. Here to address the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ah, yeah, ah, ha, yeah, ha.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sagan, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Laminson's backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Laminsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and their primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my word, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Have you even asked our name? Oh, that's right, we've got a link pearl. This is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here in the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. I'm just going to put myself at the side here, and I think I've got tickets. Yes. Oh, Tarcher, it's okay. You can sit down. Welcome back. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you now see why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alisae, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Finally! I'm level 35. Why do I not have my... Well, I don't have my next Conjurer quest. I need my next Conjurer quest. Okay, so we've got the Serpent Officer, the Flame Officer, and the Storm Officer. I am very much a homebody. Gridania is my home, so I'll be going with the Serpent Officer. That, and I also can't tell what colour the flame... Why is the flame in purple? And the storm is in red. How does that make sense? I take it the Elder Seer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? Yes, I have. You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the Adder's Nest. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring a great honour to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you brother. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is Oscar Christie. I believe you are expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer himself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It is a pleasure and an honour both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir, of course. What is it? Report. An urgent message from A Maris-sized spire? A high-wind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing northeast of Nine Ivies. Nine Ivies? Gods, this could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the Ixal. I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to the Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Okay, while I'm here, I'm also going to go check the Conjurers Guild, because I need my next... Duty calls. Commence battle for the company you keep, Twin Adder. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. The Adder's Nest sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You are an engineer of Garlond Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Oscar Christie, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. By the way, if you can hear a dog in the background, I do apologize. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress, dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castrum Oriens. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, we have to help him. The fool of a Lullafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garlond. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them swift and sure and rescue the engineer Wedge. I trust we can rely on your support. I've literally got no choice in this matter. May the matron watch over us, with me. An ambush. 2 arms. Alrighty, we've got this. No, I heard that. Where are you? Is that you? Nope, it was you. Oh my god, I've only got cure. How utterly annoying. Oh my goodness, why would you run into that? You are an archer. I'm gonna make sure that gladiator stays up. Yay! Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, you have more than done your part for today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as a fellow serpents of the Order. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Haha. Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Oh, thank you. We're very grateful. Okay, so back to Gridania. It does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at 9 Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did and helped us to rout the Garlands, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You're well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. But without further ado, let us do your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Woods will be done. The personnel officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. Never would have guessed. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, and we might stand strong in times of direst adversity when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the Calamity in readiness to fight the Garland Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seedseer Khan-e Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honour the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, I ask that you give unto us the oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. Woods will be done. So you know the words of our Grand Company. That is well. You literally just told them to me. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private third class. You are now man of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Christie, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honour to our name. Yay! Oh, if this is Minfilia again. Can you hear me? This is Minfilia. Oh my god. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations. Yes, wonderful. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a Serpent of Gridania, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with the High Serpent Commander, Vosal Hulor? Before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. You may now accept quests. You may now accept the quest by Little Chocobo by speaking with that person. Vosal? I have no idea how to say that last name. Hulor? The quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. I had no idea, but that makes sense actually. Snake bitten. Delivery missions unlocked. Supply and provisioning missions unlocked. Wonderful. I'm going to speak with this man and get my little Chocobo started. Rosal believes it past time you were issued a personal Chocobo. Private Christie, I understand you have been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. Oh, thank you. But tell me, have you ever felt as though you couldn't get to your destination quickly enough? That perhaps you could do with a swifter pair of legs? My goodness, all the time. If so, you might consider getting a personal Chocobo. You have yet to be issued your own bird, am I correct? Given your considerable talents, you should be able to obtain one in no time at all. Let me tell you how you go about it. Sorry, the fluttering of that name was really distracting. First, you must obtain a Serpent Chocobo insurance by exchanging company seals with the Quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to our man Singer, and he will furnish you with a suitable bird. So, the Quartermaster is just here. Oh, I don't have the seals. Okay, so I need to do that after I've done this. Speak with the sign of the 7th dawn at the Waking Sands. And that would explain a lot. So, to the Waking Sands I go to complete this in order to get my seals so that I can finally get my Chocobo insurance and finally get my Chocobo. I've also got to update my gear as well. I do believe I am still running level 15 stuff and I'm level 35. Kind of been holding out to get my job gear, but that seems to be taking a moment. Welcome back. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Wonderful. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time in putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tartary, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. You're not neutral. You are very much in favour of Eorzea. And I hate to tell you this, but being in favour of one does not make you neutral. Of course, for this, we needed the knowledge of experts, and so requested assistance of Garlond Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Neither have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Okay, I got my seals, so I'm going to head back to Gridania, get my little Chocobo going, and hopefully then I can finally get my level 35 Conjurer quest. What the wait. Okay, I thought I might have received my jobstone. I still have not received my jobstone. Serpent Chocobo Insurance. Thank you very much, Lily. Singer. Hello, sir. Ma'am. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I need to see your Serpent Chocobo Insurance. With pleasure. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. Quick. Name your Chocobo. I have no idea what to name this poor thing. Oh, I can't even pick a random name. Okay, well, you know what? Okay, you know what? I kind of like the name Quevin. Oh, I'm sorry, Quevin, come back. I dare say he likes his name. Oh. Here is your own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Oh, thank you. Personal Chocobos. Yay. Okay, so I've now done my little Chocobo, my feisty little Chocobo, which I... Camp Tranquil. Oh, okay. And that'll also give me a chance to go and... get that stone. So I'm pretty sure my last conjurer quest, it was Brother Isami said that he had taught me all that he could teach me. So where am I going? Why am I going the wrong way? Now is this... Oh no, this is an area where I'm going to aggro everything. Oh, dang it. Please don't see me. Oh, there's another one. I'm not going to be so lucky with this one. No. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh. Dang it. This might take me a while to get up there. I don't want to have to fight absolutely everything here. So I'm actually going to see if I can maybe sneak my way around. Okay, good. These things are friendly. Ever since the calamity, the flow of aether around Camp Tranquil has been unstable, and the land has struggled to heal its wounds. Lend us your strength and help us slay the beast ravaging the Twelveswood. Only then can the forest return to its former glory. That's wonderful. Why does nobody here have a exclamation mark above their head? I guess I can go back to the Waking Sands. Maybe I need to do that before I can do my feisty little chocobo. But why have I been given that option to do that if I can't actually do it? You know, I'm sure it makes sense to somebody somewhere. Alright, back to Vesper Bay. Alright, I might start self-management and call it there. We did manage to do a lot today, even if we still have not gotten our level 35 Conjurer quest. Minfilia needs you to investigate the sylphs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Okay, I'm just going to leave it here. Next time we will speak with Vorsa Hulot at the Adder's Nest. And I would like to say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully next time we will finally get our job stone. And regen. I would very much like to be able to get my regen. And hopefully we can also do my feisty little chocobo. Until then, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in the next one. Bye.